Hello again everyone, and apologies it's been a while since my last video, but here I am with a brand new one, and this one's just to go over the last couple of conventions that I attended and the autographs that I purchased. So starting with Liverpool Comic Con from November 2025, let's start off with the big one. Yes, I met Emilia Clarke, which was absolutely incredible, and this was another case of she was in kind of a cordoned off area, I guess to stop just random people taking photographs and stuff, but those moments also add to the kind of intensity of those moments, and you're waiting for your turn to disappear into that cornered off area and just have a private moment with the celebrity. So she was absolutely amazing to meet, which I knew she would be. I mean, she's pretty much universally loved and is just a genuinely nice person. And it was just great to get the opportunity to thank her for her work and thank her for attending the convention and just be able to speak to the Mother of Dragons, which was, quite crazy. So that was definitely a highlight of the convention for me, obviously. But I also had another quite personal one too. I met Vandervoort, who is the very first person I ever got an autograph or photograph from at a convention, and only actually attended that convention because she was attending. And I remember back then I was super nervous, as it was my first time ever meeting a celebrity at a convention, so there were a lot of things that I wanted to say back then but never said because of nerves. So this time around I made that right and had a really nice moment with her. We had quite a long chat, and she seemed surprised that I could just kind of name some of her earlier projects, as I am just genuinely a fan of her and think she is such a great just ambassador of the arts, and she really does appreciate crews and everybody involved in making movies and TV. So I wanted to make sure that she knew just how much she and her work meant to me, and I also took her a little gift, which was a Toronto Blue Jays baseball cap, and she laughed and thanked me for that and said that she would wear that on her way home when she was at the airport, which I just thought was a nice thing to say. But then she actually later posted on Instagram and she was wearing the cap, so that was absolutely awesome that she actually wore it. So yeah, that was really cool to see that on her Instagram account. So yeah, that was a huge one for me, meeting Vandervoort, and I feel like it's been full circle with her now. Like, I actually got to get across just how much I adore her and her work. And then I met Julie Benz, obviously from Angel and Buffy and Dexter and other great shows too. And Julie is someone who I met over 20 years ago in Grimsby of all places, when she and Claire Kramer did kind of a mini convention fan meet and greet, I guess, and that was just shortly after the Angel TV series had ended. And so as you can see, she put that we'll always have Grimsby and Liverpool. And again, it was nice to chat with her. I managed to get a couple of minutes to just chat with her, and she is just nice and amazing and warm as ever. And yeah, I really love Julie Benz, and I would highly recommend meeting her if you get the chance too. And to round off my Liverpool Comic Con November experience, I met two actors from Andor, and other shows too, not just Andor, but I met Genevieve O'Reilly, who is an amazing human being, who obviously plays Mon Mothma and is just an incredible talent, and it was a no-brainer. I just really wanted to meet her and get her autograph, and it was really sweet that she told me it was her very first convention, and then she said, and it's also my first time meeting you too, which is really sweet. And I went for the Revenge of the Sith picture, even though there were some Andor ones, and I know she kind of got cut from Revenge of the Sith, but I just love that picture, and so I went with that one. Regardless, it's her as Mon Mothma, and that is officially awesome. And then I met Kyle Soller, who is just a cool guy, and I was grateful for the opportunity to thank him for his amazing performance in Andor. If you haven't seen Andor yet, I highly recommend checking it out. It is just a great TV show, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not. And again, he was super nice and just went out of his way to actually write a quote with the autograph, which I didn't ask for. So yeah, got to shake his hand and thank him for his incredible performance and just, end the day in an amazing way And so yeah, those are my 5 autographs from Liverpool Comic Con, November 2025. And now we're going to move on to Festival of the Force, which I attended in January of this year, and is an event that I attended the year previously. This year it was super busy, and the layout of the actual convention had changed, and there were just so many people. It was honestly like you couldn't even look at the stalls. There were just people everywhere, and you couldn't even get within 3 people deep of each of the stalls, so I didn't get to see a lot of the actual like merchandise and stuff that was for sale, and I also didn't get a lot of footage either of the event as I did the previous year, as it was just so busy. I honestly couldn't believe how busy it was, but I still managed to get 3 autographs. The first one is from Robert Emms, who is obviously from Andor, but from other great shows like Chernobyl and many more, and I'm sure Robert Emms is a name that most of us are aware of, and he's just a super cool professional guy, and it was really amazing to meet him. Again, I've seen him in so many things, and yeah, even though there were a lot of people there, this is still a much smaller event than say Liverpool Comic Con, so the queue wait times aren't too bad, and again, yeah, I had to meet Robert Emms. And then I met Jimmy V as R2-D2, who is one of my all-time favourite Star Wars characters, and so meeting him was a no-brainer. So yeah, basically everybody that I met in this video that I'm showing you right now were absolutely awesome and sweet and kind. I know I say that about each and every one of them, but it is true, they were all really cool to meet. So that was Jimmy V, and again I had to get R2-D2 because it's R2-D2, it's the OG. Anyway, and so finally we have Femi Taylor as Oola from Return of the Jedi. To me this is like Star Wars, you know, royalty from the original trilogy, and everybody knows her from Jabba's Palace, and she was such a sweet person, and my timing was impeccable. I actually went up to her table just as she was about to start eating her lunch, but she was super sweet and we had a chat, and she asked which colour pen I would like for the autograph, and I said I'd like you to choose. And so she went with this pink one, which I think absolutely looks awesome with this picture, by the way. So that was a really great one, and I'm really happy that I got to meet Femi Taylor. A small fact, I didn't know that she was actually in an old film starring Nicole Kidman that I absolutely love called Flirting, so that was kind of like an added bonus once I'd found out that she was in that movie too. So yeah, that was Femi Taylor, and those are the 8 autographs that I had to update you all with, and those cover my last 2 visits to conventions. So we are all caught up with the autographs I've purchased so far, I believe. And as for future conventions, I am attending Liverpool Comic Con in May of this year, and I've already booked to get an autograph with Gillian Anderson, which will be absolutely amazing because it's Gillian Anderson, it's Scully from The X-Files, I mean, holy hell. So I'm really looking forward to attending that event. But anyway, I will stop rambling now, and I'll be back soon with a new video, I promise. Again, sorry it's been a while since I last posted, but I will try to get some videos out more frequently. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, I do appreciate it, and bye for now.